Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. And in today's DIY Wednesday video, we are gonna get spooky because Halloween is coming and Halloween is my absolute most favorite time of year. So we are going to make some amazing Halloween DIYs for our indoor decor. And in this video, I got inspired by something that I saw at the Big Lots. And if you watched my creativity video, a couple DIY videos ago, you will know exactly what I am talking about. And quite possibly, the supplies I have before me are a big clue as well. What we are going to make today is that really amazing urn with the skull head and the red roses that we saw for, I want to say it was $20 from the Big Lots. So I thought, we could definitely recreate that, and a lot of the stuff we could find at the Dollar Tree, which I did. There were some supplies that I couldn't get at the Dollar Tree, but that's okay because they were still cheap. So I think we're still gonna come out ahead on this one. I figured while Big Lots was selling one of those skull head urns for $20, I thought we could definitely make two for $20. That way we could have one on each side of our fireplace mantle. That's where I'm putting them at least. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought two skulls. $1, $1. Also from the Dollar Tree, I just bought two of these. I just dug the way they looked, and in the picture it looked like there were some little spiky things coming out. So I purchased these, $1, $1. Then I also purchased these from the Dollar Tree, really cute because they actually have little sparkly skull heads on them. I figured two for one urn, two for the other urn, and maybe just one in one, who knows? I probably over purchased supplies just to make sure I had them. But when all is said and done and these two urns are complete, we'll know for sure if we just need to purchase two or if we need to purchase four. But for now, to be on the safe side, I have four. And that's $4. So now what are we at? $8. Oh, I did also notice that there were some ivy sprigs coming out of it. So rather than purchase fake ivy from the dollar store for $1, I was like, oh hell yeah, we all know I have some fake ivy from, the old mirror that I took down that had ivy on it. And I was like, what better way to put this to use and save me a couple dollars? So I am going to recycle this fake ivy that I already had. So there's that. I also purchased from the Dollar Tree Floral Moss just in case. I didn't know if maybe we needed to fill in anywhere with Floral Moss. So I bought this just in case. We may or may not use it. I have no idea. But again, it was $1. Oh, and I also got some Floral Foam from the Dollar Tree too. So we are at 8, this is 9, 10. So we're halfway there, but I really feel like we're gonna make two for 20. And I have a surprise. Those skull heads, we're gonna take them up a notch, but I will save that as the big reveal and surprise. This is totally optional, my little taking it up a notch, because what I had to purchase for this, we may still be within the $20, but we may not be. Maybe you do it, maybe you don't, depending on the budget. So right now our budget is telling us from the Dollar Tree, I spent $10. $11 if you count the moss. But again, I don't know if we're gonna have to use the moss or not. And considering I just now noticed that my little skull surprise is sitting right here in front of me, might as well just tell you the surprise. I bought rhinestones from the Joann's. And rhinestones, surprisingly, are not cheap. Both packs cost me $7.80. I am not adding these to our final total until the end. So those are gonna go over there for a little while. In my mind, we're still at $10 in supplies. No, that's not the only supply you need. You need the urn. And let me tell you about trying to find an urn that is within a very cheap budget. You can't do it, plain and simple. You cannot find any urn that is within a cheap budget. At least my Dollar Tree had nothing that could be used as an urn. I went to the Walmart. I went to the Tuesday Morning. Now, mind you, the Tuesday Morning had a beautiful urn that I would just buy to normally have in my house, but nothing for a Halloween decoration that I'm gonna have out for 30 days and then put in a box and put in the garage. Plus they were way too expensive. Where else did I go? The Joann's. Then I went to the Michael's. And while I didn't find anything that I could use at the Michael's, I thought, Dude, come on, get creative, think outside of the box. You're gonna end up having to make your own urn, and that's gonna be that. And so that is what we are doing. And we're doing it for pretty damn cheap. While at the Michaels, not finding a plastic urn, I did come across their terracotta pots. This was, you know, towards the end of the day, I was getting real damn tired, and you quite possibly could find terracotta pots a little cheaper, maybe from like the Lowe's or the Home Depot. I'm not sure. These, to me, from the Michaels, seemed pretty reasonable, and I also used like a 20% off coupon that they always have on your phone. So here's what I got. Don't forget, we're making two. So I got these two little babies, 79 cents each. Then I got these two. This is what you would typically put underneath the terracotta pot, but I thought this would act as our base. And each of these were 69 cents. Now these are a little taller than your average like squatty terracotta pot, but I liked the look of them. $2.09 each. So this is gonna go like this. Boom. And that is going to be our urn for our skeleton head. Aren't you excited? The last thing I got, because I don't want my urns terracotta looking, I didn't purchase this, I happen to have this. This is some of that Rust-Oleum stone spray paint. This was in my garage. I don't know why I had it there, but I'm glad I did because I did not have to purchase this. If you do end up not being able to find plastic urns or an urn that actually looks like an urn and you wanna go the terracotta pot route, you could hand paint these white, gray, what have you. Or if you happen to have some stone spray paint, you can stone spray paint them like I am doing. I wanna say it's between like $5 and $7. And then also I did have to purchase, because I did not have any, gold spray paint. Because the inspiration photo from the Big Lots, the skulls are gold. But to keep costs down, you could just simply keep your skulls as skulls. And I don't think that that would look bad at all. And basically it just becomes a floral arrangement, because we are trying to keep this within a nice budget. Because when we start buying spray paints and stone paints and this and that, it's like, well, why didn't you just buy the one for $20 from the Big Lots and save yourself some time? Like I've mentioned before, sometimes you may see something that inspires you to DIY it yourself, but when all is said and done, is the money that you spent on the supplies, which is super funny because I was talking to my friend Jen. She said exactly that. She's like, how do you end up making stuff for so cheap? She goes, normally when I see something that I say I can DIY myself, I end up spending like $92 on supplies for a thing that I could have bought for $30. And I was like, yeah, that's where the fine line is. Can you get the supplies inexpensive? And then how much time is it going to take you to DIY it? Because your time is money as well. If you are spending an exorbitant amount on supplies and then it takes you like 2 hours to make, yeah, you might as well have just purchased the damn thing for $20. But I think for what we're gonna do today, we are going to be able to make two for the price of one at the Big Lots. And we're also going to be able to make ours look way better. As always, our DIYs always look way better than the thing we would have purchased. So let's get started. Just a reminder, everything that I purchased at the Dollar Tree came to $10. Maybe you have something at your house that you could recycle for the urns and save money that way. In that respect, you are making two for half the price of one. I'm just saying, think outside the box. What do you have? What can you use? I didn't have any extra terracotta pots. I didn't have anything here that was shaped like an urn at all. And you know, when all is said and done, this was like less than $4. I wanna say $3.50 for each urn. Not too bad. $7 plus $10 is $17. So we are still under budget, minus the spray paints, for getting two urns for the price of one. I think we're doing good as far as money spent is concerned. Before we even start building these, I am going to put a coat or two of this gold Bob. Notice Bob's out today because Joe's in the room. So There we have Bob getting in on my shit. This again is the Ace Interior Metallic Mirrored Gold Spray Paint. So I'm gonna run out to the garage and spray these so that they have a chance to dry while we are working on building our urns. Always gotta be double dutying, double dutying. Let me run and do that, and then we'll come in and we'll make the urns. Skulls are outside drying. The gold looks beautiful. Covered the plastic perfectly. Love it so much. They look amazing. But again, if you didn't want to go out and purchase the gold spray paint to spray paint those skulls, I would just leave them, to be quite honest. The only reason why I am painting them again is because I am trying to replicate exactly what I saw at the Big Lots. But if you don't want to spend the $5 on the spray paint, I really don't think you need to. Moving on, let's build our urns. So basically, we need to hook our 3 pieces to build our urns. I do have my hot glue gun out, but I also have Gorilla Glue, but E6000, not E6000. What's that one that they sell at the Dollar Tree? It comes in the yellow tube. It's really good too. It's like an E6000 knockoff. I don't think I would just use hot glue alone. I would use some sort of like really strong permanent bond glue like that yellow tube, or you know, if you happen to have a Gorilla Glue. I haven't used it yet and I'm curious to see what it's like. We're gonna do that trick where we lay down our permanent bond glue, but then we also dot some hot glue so we get that real quick bond, but then when everything cures, we have the nice tight bond. So what I wanna do is I wanna coat the rim edge of the tiny baby that is our foot, so that I'm gonna glue this upside down to this upside down. Try not to make a mess of the sides that would show. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue so I get that nice quick tight bond, but then know that I have the strong glue there. I did not even put my hot glue anywhere where it needed to be. There we go. Want to make sure I kind of get it as centered as possible. Okay, pressing, pressing, pressing. I need that hot glue to stick. Can't wait for Gorilla Glue because I need to keep working. Yeah, feel like we're secure. So let's move on to the next one. Got a little carried away and I got a little hot glue on the outside there. I'm gonna scrape that off, even though we're stone painting it, so it might just cover it up. All right, same thing, other one. Get a nice coating of this Gorilla Glue, and now let's dot some hot glue. Whoever thought of this trick, I must say, props to you, because there's nothing worse than like waiting for glue to dry. So having that hot glue there to form that instant bond. So there we have our 2 bases. So next, all we need to do is put our tops onto our bases, and then our urns will be done. They should never put stickers where we might be gluing. That's all I'm saying, Michaels. I'm not gonna put any glue on the bottom of this because this is much wider than where I actually need to glue, which is this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my glue here and then put this on top. So our Gorilla Glue, hot glue. I want to center that as best as I can. You know what I might do too for extra security? I might flip this upside down and then do a bead of hot glue on the underside just to make extra sure we're okay. Oh, I got real carried away on that one. I got hot glue dripping everywhere. Center her up, press it on down, and then flip it. Okay. So for extra security purposes, I did flip them over and do a bead of hot glue right along the edge where our little baby terracotta pot meets our big terracotta pot. So now I am going to take these out to the garage and spray them with our stone spray paint. I'll be right back. Okay, so looky there. In the time that it took us to build our urns and go out and spray paint them, our golden skull heads are ready and dry. While the Big Lots version was just a beautiful gold skull in an urn with some floral around it, I decided from this inspiration that I saw at the Joann's that I want to dress these babies up a little bit. I saw this beautiful skull decorated with black rhinestones. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Now this skull is very nice. It's like weighty, it feels ceramic-y. Could I have just purchased those? Why, yes, I could have. But that would have put us way over budget. And why purchase them when I could buy the Dollar Tree skulls, spray paint them gold, or leave them just bone color and put rhinestones on top of that? That's what I decided to do because I just thought that gold and black skull from the Joann's looked amazing. I love the way there was some like on the head and then like a pile in the eyes, and it kind of dripped down to the teeth. So I did buy these that are just different size round, but then I also bought these that had not only black, but like crystally ones in different sizes. I bought 2 packs. I might use 1 pack. I might use both packs. I might take this pack back. Basically, I'm just gonna do a pattern on my skeleton heads and hot glue the rhinestones on. As you can see here, we have square ones, round ones, black ones, crystal ones.
Even kids with chicken pox.
All sorts. So I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna use a combo. I love like, you know, them dripping down. Doesn't that look so cool? I mean, come on. I'm just gonna play around with them. We're gonna figure it out because I think it looks super cool. That's what I'm gonna do right now while my urns are in the garage drying. And no one's gonna believe that we bought these at the Dollar Tree for $1. Okay, my skull is looking pretty badass already, if you ask me. And that's just with rhinestones in his eyes. It's just willy-nilly. There's no rhyme or reason. I did get some tweezers just to help me with the baby rhinestones. So I'm tweezing, putting a little hot glue on the back, and then I'm sticking it wherever. I am also piling rhinestones on top of rhinestones. I just thought it looked kind of better that way. I did end up dumping out both packs of rhinestones because I did want a larger variety of little round rhinestones. Yeah, I'm thinking this is looking cool. So I'm just gonna like kind of drip some down this way, maybe put like 1 or 2 in his teeth, and then come like up across his head here. Who would even have thought this is a Dollar Tree skull? Just be careful or make sure that these are completely dry before you start stoning them, but it's looking real good. Okay, this may take me 8 years, but it is so worth it. Look how badass that looks. And I think the key is piling rhinestones on top of rhinestones, so it's just not this one flat plane. One, you can cover up any areas where like 2 rhinestones kind of butt up against each other, but there's still some gold showing underneath. And the other thing is sometimes I got like a little hot glue excess, or like I accidentally dropped a rhinestone where I didn't want it, and then it kind of left like a glue residue on the rhinestone underneath it. So if I just plopped another rhinestone on top of that, I was able to cover up any of those like little faux pas. But plus the piling just makes it look extra regal. So this is like a skull straight out of Goonies, if you ask me. That's badass. Oh, holy shit. I didn't think that I would like the forehead rhinestone, but I just went a little bit minimal and I am digging it. You know, and then there is that part where you can get a little carried away because I'm like, ooh, well, what if I carried it like across this way? No, he's staying exactly like that. He looks GD amazing. And now I'm going to work on his brother, and he's gonna have this eye. It's not taking long. I thought it was taking kind of long. Just be aware of your glue spider webs and any little excess glue so no one can tell you hot glued these on and it just looks like this skull that you found in a pirate's treasure, because that looks awesome. Okay, my rhinestone skulls are done and I am loving them. I'm real loving them real bad. Look, once everything gets going, these are gonna look amazing. I felt like I was getting a little carried away on this guy, but I really love the way he turned out. So now, fingers crossed, our urns are dry and we can build these puppies. So my urns aren't 100% dry, but they're dry enough. So I went ahead and brought them in. See, the bottoms are still kind of wet, but look at how amazing they look with the stone spray paint. I had just enough in that old spray can to cover both of these. And now we are going to arrange our skull with our roses and our ivy. What I'm not quite sure is, was this just sitting here? Was there foam? Was this elevated a little bit? I don't know. Let's play around. So first, let's fill these with our floral foam that we bought at the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna smash these in here. We might have to shave off the top. Or maybe if our skull was resting a little elevated and then we could have floral coming out. The only bad thing is hot glue melts foam. So I might have to shave some of this off and then hot glue the skull to the rim of the terracotta and then fill in with floral. I don't know, let's try it. And I kind of want to work these at the same time. So I'm just gonna shove floral foam in all the nooks and crannies. And it looks like one package of floral foam may be all we needed. So pots fully filled with floral foam, and it just took one pack. So saved $1. Now what we gotta do is figure out how, you know what? Part of me is wondering, this is plastic, so I'm wondering, could we punch a hole in it and then stick like a stick and then stick it in? Then we won't have to glue it all. What do I have? Let me go hunt around for something to make this skull stick in here a little bit better. Okay, yay. I thought I had purchased the popsicle sticks from the Dollar Tree a long time ago for something, and I did, and here they are. So, Dollar Tree popsicle sticks, I think is going to help us. Now this could all go awry. What I feel like I want to do is cut a couple slits in the skull, then, oh geez, be careful. And then shove the popsicle stick in, glue it in tight, and then I'll be able to that way. Don't you think? Don't you think that'll work? If I ruin my diamond rhinestone skulls, I'm gonna be so sad. Okay, we'll cradle them in my leg, like so. A little bit of the chin. It's plastic. I'm feeling like it should just cut, right? But no, this is not cutting like I want it to. Come on, make your way through. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, look at that. Now, is that enough to fit that popsicle stick in? No would be the answer. Okay, ooh, that's good. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh, oh, yeah. Oh God, I feel like I just fingerprint. I was manhandling the shit out of this. Voila! And see, now it's gonna stick right in there. Hell yeah! Guys, I'll just say it, I'm brilliant. I'm gonna leave it loose for now until I get my other one cut, and then I'll hot glue them in so the stick doesn't move. Oh, the back of his skull was much thinner plastic. Easier. Yes. Perfect, and now we have perfect jabbers. Ooh, good. Hot glue gun is still hot. A little bead of glue around that to hold that in place. Perfect-amundo. And now, while that's drying, let's do the other one. Our skulls now have some popsicle sticks. If you didn't have popsicle sticks, maybe even like floral wire, you know, a stick from your front yard that you could stab into the skull and then stab into here. That's what we've done. So the inspiration had a combination of ivy, roses, and then these little picked things. So basically, it's just up to you how you want to make your skull floral arrangement. I bought 4 of these at the Dollar Tree. Each stem comes with 4 roses, and it does come with these skull picks, which I think are darling, but I think for our purpose, we may not use them. But I do like just these little twig things. So I'm gonna cut all of our roses off of our little sprig so that we can see how much we have. We'll cut apart 3 to start, and then we'll go from there. So I have all of my floral sprigs from the Dollar Tree cut apart. I also had cut apart my old ivy that I am recycling, and I made 2 separate piles. Urn number 1 pile, urn number 2 pile, so that I know I have exactly the same amount of floral for each urn. Now, I want to stick a skull in, and I may not stick it in all the way just yet, but look, those popsicle sticks are wonderful. And we might want to push down the front of his head a little bit more than the back of his head. Oh my gosh. Why do these already look so awesome. Can someone please tell me? That looks amazing. So now it's just a matter of putting the floral in, making it look what you think it should look like in your eye, playing around with it, sticking roses, sticking sprigs, sticking whatever. I'm gonna do that, but you're not gonna see it until it's all the way done. It's gonna be a big Halloween surprise. Plus also, I need to be able to like look at it while I'm doing it, and that doesn't make for very good, like, let me show you how to do it. Oh no, what happened to his head? Oh, see, I kind of jacked up his head a little bit from manhandling him. That's okay, nothing a well-placed rhinestone can't fix. Okay, are you guys ready for the big reveal? You're gonna die. I say that every time, but this time you are going to die. Get ready. Dun, 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 dun. Holy shit, Private Joker. Those look so fucking awesome. I cannot even take it. Let's go in for a closer look. So amazing. Seriously? Look at that skull. Are you scared? Look at that. And that urn looks pretty legit, if you ask me. And here's his brother. Oh, look. They look really good. Really, really, really good. Let's not lie to each other. These look amazing. The inspiration was $20, and I think, okay, excluding the rhinestones, the purchase of the rhinestones, which our inspiration did not have at all, we definitely made two for less than 20. I only used 3 of the rose bundles from the Dollar Tree, so that's $3. 2 of the sprig bundles from the Dollar Tree, so that's $5. 1 floral foam, 2 skulls, 7, 8. And if you count the popsicle sticks, that's 9. I didn't use the moss. And then each of these urns to make from the terracotta pots at the Michaels was $3.50, so that's $7. And then if you wanted to spray paint them gold, $5. $20 for 2 urns. And then if you kind of wanted to take them over, and maybe you have black rhinestones, I didn't have any, or maybe you have diamond rhinestones or what have you. If you want to recreate that little diamondy look there, you don't have to, but I thought it kind of just elevated them a little bit. For anywhere from $15 to $20, you can make 2 fabulous skull urns, when one of them at the Big Lots cost $20. We did it. Yay, us. There you have it, and there it is. Get to decorating for Halloween because it is the best time of the year. And what makes it better is when we can recreate something amazing. No, actually, the thing we saw wasn't even that amazing. It was pretty cool, but the best part is that we made it more amazing and we made it for cheaper. Need I say more? If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to ring that notification bell so that you are alerted to all of the DIY Wednesday videos I push out, which is every other Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you share this video with your family and friends, especially those family and friends that love Halloween like I do. And as always, thanks for hanging out.